Hi guys, it's Debbie from What's Mama Cooking For Us. And I finished up all the work that you're going to see upcoming in this video. But I realized I didn't make an intro because I said I'm just going to start, chopping or doing what I'm doing and pull the camera out and start showing you guys. Because I'm always thinking, I gotta have everything set up, everything perfect. I mean, not perfect, you know what I'm saying, for the video. I don't want, things to be a mess. Like sometimes my videos come out kind of, a little messy. But yes, I'm making some fresh squeezed orange juice. I have 5 5 oranges left. So I just got done making my son a simple glass of orange juice. I just took one, juiced it, and gave him a cup of orange juice mixed with half water because you don't want to give him all that sugar. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this video, and thanks for coming over to my channel, and stop over at my Facebook group. Join over there. There's a link below or in the about section. And yeah, so you'll see everything I'm doing to prep the end of the week from those other videos, part 1 and part 2, to get ready for the next week. So this is kind of like part 3 of that. Okay guys, I meant for my little grandson. Okay, he helped me make it. This is what I'm doing for my spinach. It's the end of the week, so before my spinach goes bad, I'm just packaging them up in these little bags. Checking my celery, checking the lettuce, checking the parsley. We got a big mess going on here because we're having smoothies. Even the baby's having smoothies. And but yeah, just take some extra time. It's the end of the week and I have a new food order coming today. So I'm going through my fridge and I'll show you, what I'm doing. Okay, so don't mind my mess, but now I'm putting my parsley away. I'm getting to the end, or I am at the end of the week. I'm just going to keep out a little bit. And I'm putting all this in a baggie. And I'm going to label it parsley. I chopped it all up and I added some of the stems, but I left some of the hardier ones out. But the stems are good too, and they taste good in your food. And yeah, so give that a try and keep that right in your freezer. Okay, so I'm just cleaning out the fridge and I'm just going through and see what's still good, still what needs to go in the freezer. I'm going to put these in the freezer. I used up most of them. Usually I chop these up, and some weeks I chop them up and have them all prepped for recipes or for salads and stuff. But I just, it's been a long week. So I'm just going to take these and freeze them. And I got a little piece of Serrano left. I'm going to just take that and freeze it. Even though I got more in the fridge. And then this is the lettuce or the celery, Debbie, that I left a hole on the head. Just cleaned that. And I did some of it. And then there's my carrots. And I was supposed to be making a soup this week, but I never did get around to that. I've been busy, and then plus doing all these videos. And it's a lot. So what I'm going to do is go through, and I was telling you guys, I keep a baggie in my, where's the baggie? Oh, a baggie in the fridge, and that blue tub, and I keep all my vegetables in there, so I just pull that out if I want to throw it on a salad, throw them in things. So yeah, so you can freeze all this stuff now. I'm going to freeze, not the carrots. I never froze carrots, but I'm sure you probably can. But I'm going to put the celery in water so it's good to eat with, hummus or for vegetables, because this is still good and fresh. Carrots are still good and fresh. I'm just going to chop them and get them ready for the week. I'm not freezing those or the celery. But I'm going to freeze these. And also, I froze the spinach, and so I got a little bit left there. But yeah, so this way it helps you clean out your fridge. Go through what you have. Like I found a banana in there in the shell, and it was all mush that we used from a smoothie. But yeah, so make sure you're going through your fridge, checking things, keeping them fresh. And when you look at them and check them, you'll say, oh, okay, this is good. Oh, nope, these need to be changed or cleaned, or, So, just keep an eye on all your fruits and vegetables. Pay attention to them. Like I said, give them lots of TLC. And it's not that much. It doesn't take that long. Just, I'm going through it at the end of the week. Okay, make sure you're not wasting anything. These are the peppers. See, I got everything but the seed. And then I'm going to chop these up anyway. So, like, make sure you use and get everything off of it. So what you do is just cut down the side and the other side, cut the bottom. And then you can also just cut right around. Whoops. right around the top there. Oh, I can't do it on camera. Let me see. Yeah, so you just make sure you're getting it all. And since I'm going to put that right in the freezer, I can chop those up and put them in the freezer. And then I got my celery all ready. This is what I'm going to be eating this week. It's not bad or anything. And I even have the leaves in there too, because they're good in nutrient. And you can put them in your smoothies. And you put celery in your smoothies too. Okay, yeah, so I cut up some of these, and I'm just going to put these in a container in the fridge. And so those are still good for another day. I wouldn't go past today or tomorrow. But, yeah, so these all go in the freezer. But I wanted to let you know these are still good. And I don't order all these things every week. Sometimes they last me longer, so I don't have to. Yeah, so there we go. And then you can add onions right in this bag, garlic, the green onions, and it'll be perfect for when you get ready to cook something. You just got all this stuff already ready and all set to go. Take the air out, press all the air out, and always put them flat so that they make space in your freezer. So with the green onions, I cut the tips off because they were looking rough. I had four or five of them left over. And yeah, so they're so good, and I can still use these in my salads or whatever I'm using them for. But I'm going to take these ones and chop them up and put them in the bag, and they'll be all set in the freezer for recipes. Okay, so what I did was I just chopped these all up, just like you would to put into whatever dish you're making. I'm going to put these up, so I just wanted to show you. And they keep nice in these ball container jars, mason jars. But if you don't have those, they work just as well in freezer bags or, you know, Tupperware, things from the store. And then I'm still working on this bag for the freezer. So here's my onion. I've been using this in recipes for the week. And what I do is I leave the skin on as much as possible sometimes, and then that helps to keep your vegetables fresh as well. And but sometimes I just chop this whole thing up, put it in a baggie, and then it's all set in the fridge for me. But I didn't get around to doing that. But and I cleaned out my fridge. I have lemons left. I have 1 lime left. And for vegetables, that's pretty much it. And a bag of spinach. Some of the bell peppers that I kept out. Some green onions, some parsley. And then just a little bit, you know, for the week. This way, when you go through all this stuff, you get rid of it. Now, this over here, my mess, you can take this and put it in a bag and put it in your freezer, and you can use this to make broth or stock. Well, I don't think broth has all that in their stock. Yeah, and I just throw it all in there, and then when I drain my stock, then you have a clear. And you can do garlic, the peels, everything. Just put it all in there. I'll have you all set up for next week, or even a month or 2 months. This will last in there just fine. I have the white onions, the green scallions, and the bell peppers. And usually I do up my garlic as well. But if I don't have time, I do a video. I have a tongue twister. I have a video where I chop up all my garlic and I just keep it in oil in the fridge. But if I don't get to that, or if I already have some in there, I take my garlic and I chop it up as well, like I'm going to put it in a recipe, and I put it right in here too. And I do have a video. I'll link it right above. There's my finger right above. I'm always saying, they can't even see me over here pointing. But anyway, yeah, so I'll link that video. It's called Prepping Ain't Easy, and I'll show just exactly how I did this, even though I just pretty much showed you. But if you want to just see, you know, the longer type version. Yeah, she's tongue twisting today. But so I want you guys to do this. It saves you money, saves you time. You keep that in your freezer. If you're making, say you're making a recipe and you need onions, peppers, garlic, just pull a chunk of this out, put it in your pan, you're good to go. And I'm actually going to start blitzing mine up in my Ninja, and then I'll have it and I'll just scoop it right out and put it right in the pan, and I'll be good to go. You guys should try that too. I've seen people doing it on the internet, and I want to start doing that. So when I'm doing all this prep work, I'm also going to prep up a couple of salads for myself. This one I'm going to have for lunch today, and this one could be for dinner or lunch tomorrow. It's just spinach and romaine. And then I cut up some celery and the leaves, because those are good. The peppers, and I pulled out the green beans. We're going to have some of those. Oops, there's a little bad part. and the scallions. And so for this one, I'm just going to put a cover on it. This is another ball container, which I love these containers. If you guys see them anywhere in the store, grab them. I haven't seen them around, like usually they're around the time canning season, and so they're stored where the canning products are, or go online and find them, try to find them. So this one, after I put all my toppings on it, this one I'm just going to close up and put it in the fridge after I put all my goodies in there. But this one, what I'm going to do is take a wet paper towel and just lay it over top like this. And you can store it right here on your counter for an hour or so, even longer. Make sure it's a little damp, you know, not soaked, but damp. You can even put a couple ice on top, a couple cubes, if you have a thick layer, like do 2 or 3 layers. And it'll keep it so fresh right on your counter, or stick this right in the fridge and pull it out when you're ready to eat it. So yeah, do this while you're doing this. It saves you now for 2 little meals, your lunch or dinner. Or, so yeah, you know, I don't know who it was, one of the Food Network people. They say cut it once, use it twice, something like that. So yeah, you guys do this. Put this in your life, and then once you start doing it and you get the hang of everything, it gets to become so easy. And yeah, I'm not saying it's not kind of tedious every week, but you have to do it anyway. And if you want to eat good, healthy food, the best thing to do is keep everything clean, fresh, and ready to use, and that makes your life a little bit easier. So these are all set to go. So later, I'm getting a food order around 2. I can add my cucumbers, some tomatoes, because I'm out of those. I try not to buy too many cucumbers because I find they don't last long. Sometimes they do really well, and sometimes they don't do as good. But put them in a jar or a container and keep that airtight. And they do pretty good sometimes. But I do find sometimes I'm like, wait, this only lasted 3 days? Or then other times you're like, wow, that lasted for longer. But that's kind of like the thing with all this. Some things you might open up your bag of spinach and say, oh my goodness, even though the date's good, it's just, you know, it's just how it is with vegetables and fruits. But yeah, so these are all set to go, and put this right in my fridge. And I can add on whatever toppings I'm getting ready to put on there. Some avocado, the tomatoes, and then put this one on. And I hope that helps you guys out. Just another little tip to help save on the environment. I just took the old spinach bag and I'm putting all the scraps in the trash right here. I kept it right here next to my chopping board, and that way you're not, you know, getting out of bag unnecessary. And then if you want to take this right out to the garbage because you don't want it to be in your regular trash and smell it up, or some people have compost or whatever. But yeah, that way you're repurposing that bag and it's not going out there into the environment. And you know, but do whatever you can to like reuse things, reuse bags. I do try to reuse these bags as well. Like, oh, I forgot to put parsley in that salad. I do try to reuse these. You know, you can just put some more parsley in there next week as long as it's not dirty or, you know, slimy. Yeah, you know. And but do what you can to help protect our environment. We got to do whatever we can. Example of knowing what you have in your fridge or your freezer. I forgot to put some parsley on my salad, which is fine. I'll use it up in different recipes. And then I'm just going to reuse this baggie. I forget what was in it, but you can see it's still clean. And I forgot to put the hot pepper on my salad, but I'll put it on there. Put it in this bag for now. But yeah, know what you have so you're using it up. Because like I was saying, it gets stuck in the back of the fridge. Then you're like, oh my God, what a waste. And that's your money. You work hard for your money. And I live on a strict budget, so I had to learn to get very frugal. Yeah, so I hope these tips help you out. Go back to this Tupperware thing. Clean this out, pull it out. So this morning what I did was I pulled this out because we're going to do smoothies and we get all the stuff out. And clean this out for the week. Make sure it's all cleaned out. I have my Serranos in there. And that way when we were doing our smoothies, we just pulled everything out. And that way, that's why I did that salad and I did all the food prep and getting the stuff ready for the week. And then I keep my peppers in here, just not in a bag, but I'm out right now because I just froze up what was left of them. But yeah, so I put the top on it sometimes, like right now, but sometimes it's so full I can't put the top on it. But yeah, get you some type of container to keep in the fridge and say, oh, salad time or smoothie time, and then you can just pull it out and everything's all in there and ready to go. And always make sure you're using up what's in there. and that'll help you out as well. Okay, so I decided to pull out everything out of my freezer because I got to clean it out anyway because I'm getting ready for an order. But I just wanted to show you what I have in there. Now this is some spinach from, I don't know, the week before. But all these packages are just all spinach, all set for smoothies. My parsley, my vegetables I prepped, the celery, if you guys watched the previous video, my green beans, my blueberries, some mango, and my raspberries. And I'm getting more raspberries today. My bananas, I keep them in there whole like that. Or you can take them out and put them in a container. And I just wanted to show you guys, I also take my English muffins and I break them all open and turn them, instead of the way they come together, I switch them backwards. And then that way they're easy to just pull out of the freezer and pop it in the toaster. It doesn't always work. You might have to let it sit for a minute, but usually, you know, within a minute. My bagels, I do the same thing. Cut the bagels and freeze your bagels. They freeze perfectly. Freeze your hamburger buns. They freeze perfectly as well. And if you want to get a longer shelf life, I put them right in this bag, but put them in a freezer bag and they last longer. And I also had some chocolate chip cookies, so I can just pull a couple out and make myself 1 or 2 cookies. Well, who's one? I mean, you know, at least 2. And then I store all my breads in this big bag here so I can use it for a recipe, or not a recipe, like to eat. These are the heels. Or you can make your own breadcrumbs. Or if you just need some toast or bread and you're out of bread, you have this bread. Yeah, so I love Italian bread, but I always have a lot of extra left over. So I hope this helps you guys out. I didn't bring out like everything out of my freezer or the meats out of my freezers. But this way, I hope this can help you guys. Just to show you how easy it is to keep all this stuff in there. And how convenient it is to say, huh, I got a couple pieces of mango in there. I got celery if my fresh isn't doing as good. The parsley, oh my God, that's lifesaver. And the beans, you know, do whatever you do with your green beans, just like you bought them in the store frozen. Make sure you're taking all the air out. Try to get as much air out as possible. If you're using it up in like a week or 2, you know, you don't have to be so particular. But if you're leaving them in there for 3 months and stuff like that, seal them really, really good and tight. Yeah, and the worst thing that happens is it gets a little freezer burn on it, like this. I'm still going to use this. It's got a little ice in there. Okay, it's a little dark in here in my freezer, but I just show you what I got in here. Down here on the bottom, I keep all my meats. And then up here, I keep my vegetables. I got edamame, corn, mixed vegetables, and peas. Some more bread, of course. The pizza, that's Jordan's. A bag of frozen fruit, because when, you know, you need fruit. Keep your broth or stock. Always keep ice ready and handy. And I hate to show you this, but this is my door with all the bananas. And I forgot to say, my ginger is in here somewhere. Here it is. I forgot to tell you. So I got the ginger in there. Okay, so yeah, so I do have a lot of meat in here. There's chicken. I got some, I think a ham hock, 2 kinds of chicken, hamburger, it's taco meat made up back there, some sausage. The ham bone, I saved that. The ham, there's a lot of ham in there. And the bone as well, save that. You can use it to make soups. Use it, you know, however you would use. Like if you're making like some white beans, you want to flavor it up, throw it in there. And yeah, so I got to make some room in here to put all the items that were over on the counter. So I figured it'd only be fair to show you what I have in there. And so make sure you clean everything up and have everything set for, now your new groceries are coming. Or if you're gonna, you know, start a meal or whatever you might be planning. But I got my onions, I got that salad. That's a project I'm working on. I still have some oranges, but I got more coming. I'm gonna make some Rice Krispie treats. My son just brought these apples for his son. And I have this container that I can use it for something else. I'm just gonna put it away. That's why it's over there, because that's where it gets stored. So I might put it away, I might use it for something else. And then yeah, so now you're all set for success. Let's take a break. This is my weak green tea. It's the second time. I use the bag twice. And it's so hot here in upstate New York. I can't take it. But I hope these tips help you guys out. I'm not sure if I'm going to put my fruit into this video for you to show you how I do that. Or if I'm going to do fruits on its own. But we'll see. If not, be blessed, guys. I'll post the Dirty Dozen thing from the EWG, and you guys check that out so you'll know what's better to clean or just to spend more time and effort cleaning, or buy organic if you can. But buying organic doesn't always mean that it doesn't have chemicals. It just doesn't have as many, or they're better and they don't have those GMOs and that type of stuff. So if you can buy things in the store, even in packages, in the pantry stuff, look for no GMO. I think everybody, well, I don't know, everybody knows that now, but I don't think everybody understands what it means. I didn't understand what it meant either, but I'm learning, and that's why we do this. That's why we teach and learn, so we can all learn new things. I watch YouTube videos all the time. I'm always learning new things, and I love it. So I hope you guys are enjoying mine. If you're new, please subscribe. And for my regulars, hit the like button. Show me love. And I'll see you guys on the next one.